All right, well, this is just intended to be a quick overview for the Mental Health Initiative Committee of our presentation that we'd like to be able to share with those who we would collaborate with across the organization on the Mental Health Initiative evaluation. Our goal here is really multiple fold, so I'm going to give you sort of a quick overview of this. We want to be able to articulate why we're doing this, the theory of action you all have worked on so hard, the design of the evaluation, and what support we really need in terms of collecting data. So these are our why. We want to increase the health and well-being of students, educators, adults and their families, and the community. We want to include the mental health initiative activities, and we need data to share our good work and to make those improvements. We will share with them a logic model. This is work we've been doing in terms of articulating what the mental health initiative is. And you all know that, so I don't need to go over it. We'll also talk about the fact that the committee has worked through 6 steps in terms of setting up an evaluation associated with the logic model. And so, we're at the point of determining tools and articulating that plan with others in order to collect data. And so we would talk a little bit about those 6 steps. As you know, we've taken the logic model, we've created 6 methods associated with that. So we could talk about that with people to say, hey, we have a multi-pronged initiative, and we have methods that go along with those multiple prongs to try to capture and tell the story of the initiative and its impact. And this is all based upon examining our theory of change. So here's an example of that theory of change, really, where we're through some of our program activities, we're helping people to understand PBIS and CASTLE signature practices, all of which is leading to, the creation of a welcoming, nurturing, and equitable environments. In order to do that, we need to have increased knowledge of folks. And so this is really just talking about theory of change and spelling that out in a way that can be clear. And then, an evaluation isn't, there's complex. They're complex programs. How do you measure that? Well, we can talk about the 4 levels of measurement that we're using in this evaluation. This is from the Kirkpatrick model of evaluation, especially when a lot of what the activities are of the initiative are training of others who then will go on to do other mental health work. And so we want to be able to talk with people about the fact that we're reaching a certain number of people and they have a certain reaction. We want to talk about the learning and the behavior change that might come from that. And ultimately, we want to see if we can actually improve mental health. So that's the goal, and so 4 different levels. And then each of those levels are connected to different methods. And so these are the methods that, in terms of description for people, 4 different approaches to collecting data. There's some duplicate methods in terms of surveys, so I didn't put those twice. But, so it's important to know that there are different methodological approaches. And we specifically are looking for people to help us with method 1 and 2. Methods 3, 4, and 5 are things that we can do without collaboration. Collaboration is always helpful, but methods 1 and 2. All right, so where we need help? Well, we need to help with 2 areas. First is gathering participant data, and so we can talk about that, and hopefully we can talk with people about how we can collaborate to gather participant information. So we can talk about the reach of the initiative, and so that's really a key aspect here, is being able to describe the reach of the initiative. And then second, area 2 is about professional development and the impact of that professional development. And here's where we would talk with people and actually work with them in terms of gathering feedback about the survey tools we've developed. So we can help by helping with the survey or giving them a tool that they've developed in collaboration with us, or they could take questions that we've collaboratively developed and use on a tool. And then finally, what support can we offer? Well, we can support their evaluation efforts through, collaboration. We can obviously host the professional development survey. We're going to share results. We want to be able to share and talk about our overall evaluation, and we can help people look at their own professional development feedback. So this has just been a quick overview of, what we would potentially share with others so that we can talk about this in the committee and ultimately refine it for presentation. Thank you so much.